Hello guys and welcome back to another UEFA Champions League Fantasy Deadline stream. This time day 2 for match day 5, and in today's episode I'm going to show you how my team have performed yesterday on Tuesday night, and of course what kind of substitutions am I going to do for tonight's games. Valerio, kilo co? So yesterday I got 46 points. In summary, I had Di Lorenzo with 9 points, Milinkovic-Savic, as I predicted. It was risky one, but against Karabakh, Napoli made the clean sheet, and that one goes to Milinkovic-Savic with 7 points and Di Lorenzo with 9 points. And of course, Di Lorenzo just awarded with a penalty. That was an extra points for us. And what about Scott McTominay, who took 15 points with the Man of the Match award, scored the goal and made an assist before an own goal. So I had Otamendi in my team, which I bought instead of Joško Gvardiol just half hour before the deadline. But some guys told me that there are going to be Gvardiol on the bench, but obviously Manchester City made something non-predictable, because they just bench everyone, the best players, and played with the second team. It was not good for me. It was not good for other managers, but it was not good, especially for Manchester City when they lost the match against Leverkusen. And why Guardiola did that, I don't know exactly, because there is a second match, next fixture, against Real Madrid in a away game. So there is nothing proved for Manchester City yet. So if they lose the match against Real Madrid, there is still 2 fixtures, and it will be too hard to get in top 8 and go directly to the knockout stage. So guys, I just buy Otamendi, and no worries about it, because he took 9 points with a clean sheet. And med segredo road. Foden processor. And I had Emre Can in my team, and of course it was not predictable that Borussia Dortmund benched Emre Can. Ben Sebaini was out, we all knew that, but Emre Can did not play. Obviously, I was expecting more from them, and I just bought Emre Can because of non-clean sheet, because it was possibility of the penalty, and Borussia Dortmund just take 2 penalties in that match. So if Emre Can played, I think we would get a much better points in our team, for our team. So only single point because he just played only 4 minutes. And I had, of course, Phil Foden and Erling Haaland in my team. Haaland with the captaincy. Maybe 90% of the managers just captained Erling Haaland, but Guardiola just benched everyone else, the best players from Manchester City, and so we got that kind of situation that City lost without scoring a goal, and it's a hard situation for them, because we can see right now City just had won 3 fixtures and single draw. Right now they lost against Leverkusen, and next fixture is against Real Madrid. I know that if they lose against Real Madrid, there is a fixture against Bodo Glimt at Galatasaray, which is obviously easy to win for them, but I don't think that it was right thing to do against Leverkusen in the mid fixture of UCL Fantasy, because it's not an old phase, just like after four matches you were in the knockout stage. Right now it's another dimension, and every single spot is so necessary and so important for the next qualification. But City somehow did that. Okay, no worries about it. Sometimes happens. I just bought Robert Lewandowski, and I had the role with the 4 forwards: Lewandowski, Serhou Guirassy, Vlahovic, and Højlund. So just like that, Lewandowski and Serhou Guirassy, both of them took 31% of the role in the pool, and I just bought Lewandowski because he was in a better shape than Serhou Guirassy, but Guirassy played very well against Villarreal, while Barcelona was 10 men. after the first half, and Lewandowski did not have the better game. I think Lewandowski could better, to be honest, but I was a mistake when I made the mistake when I did not buy Serhou Guirassy. I would have 9 points better, so it would be good for me. But okay, we can fix everything because right now we got such kind of situation. We got Virgil van Dijk, Kvaratskhelia and Kylian Mbappe in our team, which is not playable at this moment. But on the bench, we also have Köln, which will not be useful for me because I have already a player who got a clean sheet with a 7 point. I have Mohamed Salah, João Neves, and Nuno Mendes. So I'm going to use 3 of them, and it will be good for me, I think, because okay, it is going to be good for me, and I'm going to make the substitutions right now. I will make like this. So I will sub out the players who got only 1 point. Emre Can was one of them, and Holland was one of them. So in the captaincy, I think the better option is going to be Kylian Mbappe, and I will confirm that, of course. Okay, that's it, guys. I have 32 points right now. Remove the players who got only 1 point. So right now this is like this. Okay, I have the players Nuno Mendes, Van Dijk, João Neves, Kvaratskhelia, Salah, and Kylian Mbappe who are going to perform for me today. And 6 players are going to play, so I think there is opportunity to take at least 80 points in summary. So if someone plays well, just like McTominay did yesterday, and I wish I had Serhou Guirassy, but in the last minute I buy Robert Lewandowski. Okay, that sometimes happens. We got 6 players who must perform, and I have a huge hope PSG beats Spurs tonight and Liverpool beats PSV. How did your team work? You can comment. Of course, let's talk about it. So guys, if you have not joined yet in my UCL Fantasy Private League, you can join, and let's make a little competition between us. And please subscribe to the channel and like this video if you have not, because I need the support to reach the subscribers milestone, which is on the screen right now. How did your team have performed? You can tell me, and what is your plan tonight? So if you see the fixtures of yesterday, we got Galatasaray against Union Saint-Gilles and Union won. And some players just asked me why you did not buy many players from Galatasaray because they are in a good shape. But without Victor Osimhen, I knew that Union Saint-Gilles would beat Galatasaray, to be honest. That's why I did not buy any defender from Turkish team, and Union Saint-Gilles did better. Just like in the case of Benfica, when I sold Joško Guardiol, I just buy Nicolas Otamendi because I was sure that Otamendi with the ball recoveries and his playstyle. Sorry, 1 second. So Ajax just lost another game in UCL, and they are the worst teams, of course, right now in UCL Fantasy, of course. What about Napoli against Karabakh? And I just played with a two defensive player, Milinkovic-Savic the goalkeeper and Di Lorenzo as the defender, and McTominay was the main priority for me to have because under wildcard, under limitless team selection, I just picked McTominay because McTominay has good fixtures in front of him. One of them was against Azerbaijani team, so he played better. Marcel against Newcastle, I just told you that this match could be draw, but Marcel played very well and they won, deserved, to be honest. And Newcastle is struggling to play from home to away, so they lost the match. Aubameyang did better. Some of you just asked me if I buy Aubameyang or Mason Greenwood, and I told you that they were good picks, but under limitless team selection, I did not like them. So Newcastle is not easy team to beat. So my main priority was to buy Lewandowski or Serhou Guirassy, but unfortunately, I chose Robert Lewandowski over Serhou Guirassy, and that's the punishment I got yesterday. Next was Bodo Glimt against Juventus, where Juventus won that fixture and Kenan Yildiz was the main player, despite the fact he only played only second half. I think he was the best. He took Man of the Match award, and in the last within the last two goals, Kenan Yildiz did very well. So this guy is a superstar, so he can improve, and we can use them in UCL Fantasy because I think from the last fixtures, Juventus has good fixtures. So if you have used wildcard, you might buy Yildiz in your team. What about Slavia Praga and Athletic Club? I just don't want to talk about it. The players which I would buy was Athletic Bilbao defender, but I did not do that because I had the same quality players in the fixture, and but Emre Can did not perform. That's not my minus. Somehow the Borussia Dortmund decide not to use him. And what about Borussia Dortmund against Villarreal? The German team destroyed a Spanish Yellow Submarine, and they did very well. Sergio Guirassy was the main player for me, and with Karim Adeyemi, and of course Borussia Dortmund was perfect in that fixture. Manchester City against Leverkusen was the only single fixture, to be honest, single match, which just surprised me because of Guardiola's decisions, and many of us just used Limitless because of our injury problems, and somehow Pep Guardiola failed all of us with the first day captaincy. And the last match, Chelsea against Barcelona, where Chelsea did very well. I did not expect, to be honest, to play Chelsea like this, and I was telling about that both teams are able to score, but somehow Barcelona bring with a 10-man after Araujo got a red card, and even with 11 against 11, Chelsea were a better team, to be honest. And I was regretting, when I was watching the game, I was regretting that I did not buy Sergio Guirassy instead of Robert Lewandowski, because Barcelona did not make huge opportunities for the Polish man. So that's, guys, I just made the substitutions, subbed out the players who took single points. That was Emre Can, Foden and Holland. 3 of them did not perform the entire match. And right now I have Milinkovic-Savic, Di Lorenzo, Otamendi, who are left in my team. Nuno Mendes, Van Dijk, João Neves, McTominay, Kvaratskhelia, Mohamed Salah, and Kylian Mbappe. So my team is not that perfect maybe, but it's depending on the 3 teams tonight, about Real Madrid, Liverpool and PSG. If those 3 teams play very well and their leaders play very well, I think I will have good points in my team. So right now, guys, I want to tell you, if you have not subscribed to my channel yet, please subscribe it, and let's join in my private league. The code is on the screen right now, and we can have competition between us. So guys, the next matches we got, it is we can see it and we can talk about it. So on day 2, on Wednesday, we got such kind of fixtures. Copenhagen against Kairat, and I was willing to buy Copenhagen goalkeeper, to be honest, but I did not. Now I don't regret it because I have Milinkovic-Savic in my team. So what about Kairat? I think Kairat did very well. Maybe they lost some matches, but against Copenhagen, I think they will lose. I just count Copenhagen as a little bit favorites, and I know that some managers just buy Copenhagen players, for example, forwards and defenders, because of the possible clean sheet. Pafos against Monaco, where I was talking about Tese from Monaco, the player who could be the differential in your team. And Tese obviously plays as a defensive midfielder, registered as a defender in UCL Fantasy, but that increases the opportunity of scoring a goal or just makes an assist. So Tese has good record yet in the UCL Fantasy during the last 3 fixtures. And against Pafos, I think Monaco are going to be favorites, and they are going to win and take vital 3 points in Cyprus. So next match is Frankfurt against Atalanta. I don't know what to say about this match because I think both teams are so even, and I think Atalanta with the new manager, they lost the match against Napoli. It's not a criteria to measure Atalanta's abilities, but I think if in Germany against Frankfurt, I think that Atalanta are not going to be favorites, and this match can be draw fairly. Sporting against Brugge is the same kind of match I told you about Frankfurt Atalanta because Sporting maybe on the paper are favorites, but Brugge plays good football in this tournament. Also, they played very well against Barcelona, where they scored 3 goals. So the match against Sporting, I don't count that Sporting are favorites, and I will not be surprised if Brugge wins in away game because I was telling you same about Union Saint-Gilles against Galatasaray. So one Belgium team beat Turkish team in away game. Maybe another one can do that against Portuguese Sporting. Paris Saint-Germain against Tottenham, and this match is one of the interesting match at this moment because PSG lost in the last fixture against Bayern, and I count Bayern as the best team right now in Europe at this moment because of their results. But you know that Paris against Tottenham was wonderful match in the Super Cup, but right now it can be different. Spurs are not in the best shape. They just conceded 4 goals against Arsenal. So against Paris, who might be angry, and you know that their main concentration is on the Champions League because in League One the main leaders are on the bench often. So it's a common situation. While in Champions League they always play with their strong side. So right now Paris had the problems of injury situations, but you know that there are good replacements. Just like Hakimi is injured in defensive line, there are more problems. Of course, in the midfield line, somehow the trio is on Fabian Ruiz, João Neves, and Vitinha, and I have João Neves in my team. And in front, I just predict to have Mayulu, Kvaratskhelia, and Bradley Barcola. So I have 3 players from Paris Saint-Germain tonight: Nuno Mendes, and I have the feeling that Spurs will not score a goal against PSG. So I predict this kind of score 3-0 for Parisians, and may we have the good result in our team from the fantasy players. What do you think about this match? You can tell me in the comment section because many of you I know are thinking that Spurs can score against Paris, and maybe there will be another surprise. So if Paris Saint-Germain wants to qualify directly in UCL Fantasy in the quarterfinals, round of 16, I think they must win against Spurs. So every single spot within top 8 is so important. Just like the last campaign shown us this situation, and many good teams, I mean the huge teams, just play every single match with their entire team. If you exclude Manchester City, they just made something silly yesterday. Liverpool against PSV is going to be next fixture, and we had the question marks about Liverpool players because many players just comment to me and told me that Liverpool does not play good football. So it's the risky one under the Limitless to get Liverpool players, which is particularly 50-50 right and wrong because it has its own advantages and disadvantages. So guys, think about it, and if you see that Liverpool plays better football in the Champions League in this year than they do in the Premier League. So in the Premier League they are disaster. If we see the starting lineup, if we see the possible abilities of the team, but in the Champions League this team plays better football, just like they beat Atletico de Madrid this year. They beat Frankfurt Eintracht in a away game, which is not easy to be honest, and scored 5 goals in that match. They beat Real Madrid, and Real Madrid had not any single good moment, I mean scoring moment against Liverpool. So fairly Liverpool beat Real Madrid, and if not Thibaut Courtois, the scoreline could be 3-0 or 4-0 for Liverpool. So Liverpool in the Champions League plays better than in Premier League. That's a point for me, and that's why I picked Mohamed Salah and I picked Virgil van Dijk in my team. So under the Limitless card, may I was thinking to buy Lamine Yamal instead of Mohamed Salah and buy Serhou Guirassy instead of Lewandowski. It could be better, I think, but maybe Mohamed Salah plays well against PSV and we will have the opportunity to see good fixture for us. But I'm afraid of only one thing. If Arne Slot is angry right now of the play on the player about the player, sorry, and maybe he benched Mohamed Salah just like he did against Galatasaray, but then they regret it. Right now we can see what is going to happen in that match. Next fixture we got Arsenal against Bayern Munich, and this fixture is the central match of the Wednesday. So Arsenal against Bayern, the team who does not concede a goal, and against the team who always scores at least 2 goals. So the match is so good and important, and it would be better one if Gabriel and Calafiori are healthy, but unfortunately they are injured and Arsenal has that minus in their team because Gabriel, you know that in defensive line is too important player, while Ricky Calafiori is also injured, so Arsenal will have the injury players. So Arsenal has the injury players, so we will have the other defenders in the starting lineup, while Bayern only have the Diaz, who has the red card, and he will be out for this fixture and for the next 2 fixtures also, if you want to know. And we got Harry Kane, Carl, who plays very well, this youngster, Nicolas Jackson, Serge Gnabry is back, and also we got Olise, which is important to know. So guys, Bayern has good players in the starting lineup. Probably they will have good players, solid players, but I did not risk to pick any Arsenal or any Bayern player under the Limitless card because the match could be draw without a single goal. So I think it would be too risky from me to do any pick from both teams. What do you think about it? And who do you think to win this match, Arsenal or Bayern, this day? You can comment in the comment section. Atletico de Madrid against Inter Milan, and Inter Milan just lost the match against Milan, the derby, and they must be angry. But on the other hand, they have 12 points, and to be honest, I think that Atletico de Madrid can beat Inter tonight. And you know that Atletico de Madrid can win against any team at home. So Inter, who is not in the best shape at this moment, I think that Atletico de Madrid can win against them. So we can see it tonight. I pick Atletico de Madrid, to be honest. What do you think about it? You can comment down below. And what about the last match, Olympiacos against Real Madrid? And I did not knew that Real Madrid just played seven matches in Greece in history and lost 5 and draw 2. No win in Greece for Los Blancos. So they are playing against Olympiacos tonight. Maybe the streak will be finished by Los Blancos. But on the other hand, we got the players who are not in the best shape. Kylian Mbappe without scoring single goal during the last 3 fixtures, and Ivan Vini Jr. is not in the best shape. There is a conflict with the manager. Some players count as Xabi Alonso's methods are not that good and he is not an efficient manager, but I think Real Madrid is able to score against Olympiacos and win the match because Olympiacos is not in the best shape. This Greek team can fight, of course, but I think Real Madrid must win. They are in a must situation if they don't want to sack Xabi Alonso soon. So we have finished to preview tonight's fixtures, and if you have not subscribed my channel yet and if you appreciate my effort, guys, please help me to reach the subscribers milestone. I need your support, and what's the most important, please join in my private league in UCL Fantasy. The code is on the screen, also will be in the description, so you can copy it. The main question what I have right now in my team, I know that Holland failed me. I mean, not Holland, Guardiola failed me because Guardiola did not put Holland and Foden in the starting lineup. Right now, the main question mark is which kind of player can I bring as the captain? Kylian Mbappe, Kvaratskhelia, or Mohamed Salah? Because I think that Kylian Mbappe is not in the best shape, and to be honest, I had a hope that Holland would play very well against Leverkusen, score at least brace, and I would not need to change the captaincy on the next day. But somehow Guardiola did like this. That's it. That's the result we got. And right now I have the pool. I will have the pool, which will be all about the captaincy option. Tonight, captain. Who can be tonight's captain? I have Mbappe, of course. I have Salah. I will add an option with Kvaratskhelia, of course. And I will add another option. It is going to be Nuno Mendes. Because Mendes plays very well in the Champions League, guys. Remember his points if we forget Bayern match. 13 points against Atalanta, clean sheet plus goal, 1 assist against Barcelona, and the ball recoveries, 5 ball recoveries against the player like Lamine Yamal, plus player of the match award. And we got also the destroy of Leverkusen from Parisians, 1 assist, 1 goal scored, 7 balls recovered, and again man of the match award for Nuno Mendes. And the match against Bayern, just 8 ball recoveries, was too good, but 2 goals conceded, single yellow card, and tonight there is the match against Spurs. So I have a hope that Paris Saint-Germain can make a clean sheet against Spurs, and we can see that tonight, guys. So how your team have performed? It's so interesting. You can tell me in the comment section. I just took 36 points, to be honest, but I just subbed out 3 players. One had the captaincy. So the question mark right now is about the captaincy. The pool I had yesterday, it was all about the it was all about the forward, which I want to choose. Lewandowski and Sergio Girassi, both of them took 31 points percent, sorry, but I preferred to have Lewandowski. Unfortunately, I made a mistake, but that's a part of the game. Hello, Kevlo. Hello, bro. Always good to go with your mind. Last 2 match days, I kept Osimhen. Follow my mind. My mind was saying kept Tomine, but I don't want to overlook Ajax defense. I kept Pavlidis, so hopefully Mbappe kept works. Thank you for your words, bro. It's so appreciated, and I'm happy. I would be glad if I tell you the good captaincy option. Uh, I'm really happy that you followed your mind and just captain the player just like Osimhen on the last fixture. And yesterday, yes, I just remember you tell me to captain McTominay, and I did not say no, to be honest. But I told you I prefer Erling Haaland. And believe me, if Haaland plays against Leverkusen, he would score 2 goals at least. I had that kind of hope. Nobody could imagine that Guardiola would play with the second team. So they got punished, and McTominay did very well. So I would be very happy if you captain Scott McTominay yesterday. I played Limitless, moved from 70k to 6k now. Thanks for your advice yesterday. Yes, but specific which advice was good for you, if you remember, I'll be very good to hear that. And anyway, no problem if I can give you any good advice and useful advice. Yeah, I get you. That's how fantasy work. I even went with Pavlidis. Yes. Guardiola just know in every season when the format. If we take the last format, Guardiola always played like this. There was some fixtures. The whole entire team was out, and he performed with the second team. But in the last format, it is okay. But in this format, where every single spot is so necessary, so important, I don't feel like this. It was wrong from Pep Guardiola. I'm no one to Guardiola to judge him, but as a fan, as a fantasy player, as the player who knows about the UCL Fantasy Bracket, I feel that Guardiola made a mistake yesterday, because the next fixture is against Real Madrid. There is nothing proved yet, so maybe if City continues like this and City lose against Real Madrid in the away game, maybe they play playoff round. And in the last year, Real Madrid beat them in the playoff round. This year, nobody knows what kind of opponent will City get. Maybe they get Barcelona this year in the playoff round if something continues like this. Nobody knows, because even Barcelona does not play the best football this year. You said I should play Limitless because I had injuries like Hakimi, Dumfries, Gabriel. Yes, I told you that because you had too many injuries. Even I remember you had Holland, right, in your team, and Rashford, if I remember exactly. So Rashford played little minutes, did not perform well, and Erling Haaland even was on the bench. So the Limitless advice was good, and I'm glad for it. My friend kept Aubameyang. Yes, Aubameyang. Some player advised me Aubameyang as the contender of the captaincy yesterday. Sorry, but I told him I would not buy Aubameyang because under the Limitless card I did not trust him at all. But I was trusting to Sergio Guirassy because under the Limitless card, under the wild card, as I remember exactly, I told you that Sergio Guirassy could be the best option if Victor Osimhen is out. So I just forget my word in the wild card and Limitless card team selection episodes, which I told you about Sergio Guirassy. I just bought Robert Lewandowski because if we see the last fixtures, Lewandowski played very well, while Sergio Guirassy was the player who could not score and had not any goal contribution during the last 5 fixtures. While Robert Lewandowski made a hat-trick, scored against Bilbao, scored the national break, so maybe against Chelsea he could score. But Barcelona did not play well, that's a part of football. Guirassy, if someone got that advice from me to buy Sergio Guirassy, I'm happy for it, bro. No problem. So guys, if you joined with me recently and have not subscribed yet, if you appreciate my effort, please smash the subscribe button and support me to reach the subscribers milestone. I would happy. I think that I can't reach the subscribers milestone tonight, but maybe plus 10, 50 subscribers will be good result from day 2, because on the day 2 stream less people is interacted by that way. So then what's the most important, guys? Please join in my private league and we can make a little competition between us. Right now we are 359 members, and maybe before the deadline stream we can get 370 members. Why not? We got the question: Nuno Mendes have 2 yellow cards. Is that a risk? I'm between Mbappe in Nuno Mendes and Nuno Mendes, you man, for captaincy. Yes, there is a risk for Nuno Mendes. If he takes yellow card, maybe he's going to be out. But to be honest, it's a Limitless card, bro. And after the Limitless card, I will have the previous team in my on match day 6. So, but as I remember, I have Nuno Mendes in my team. No, I have not. So if Nuno Mendes gets a yellow card and miss the match on match day 6, I have Limitless, bro. So no importance. The main thing for me, not to get red card and not to consider goal today. And what about the captaincy? I have the question marks right now. I have the pool. Be honest, I was wondering that Haaland could score brace yesterday. Guardiola did not do well. So right now I have the dilemma. I'm stuck between Mbappe, Salah, Kvaratskhelia and Nuno Mendes. But at this moment my preference goes to Kylian Mbappe, despite the fact he did not score during the last 3 fixtures for Real Madrid, and Real Madrid struggling to score a goal. But I think today they can do it better. Let's see what happens. So Gonzalo Risso, I don't know, but I have the feeling that today is another Nuno's Champions night. Nuno already have played in Sporting with Porro and Palinha. Yes, maybe he knows very well the former teammates. You are right, and I have such kind of feeling, bro. You know, Nuno can do better today. Why not? Maybe I captain Nuno Mendes. Nobody knows. Sometimes we must risk. If I risk yesterday and I get Aubameyang, I get Serhou Guirassy, it would be better for me. But I already risked when I acquired Liverpool 2 players, and I had a risk when I acquired Gio Naves. And under the Limitless card, first time ever, I got 3 players who was on the bench. So that's it. Maybe I captain Nuno Mendes. Nobody knows. I have same feelings. That's why I include him in the pool. So you can vote your favorite player for today's captaincy. So we can do that. We can see that before the deadline, of course. Approximately in half hour, we will get the starting lineups of the first 2 match, which is a little bit interesting because there is a Copenhagen against Kairat Almighty, and some players have Copenhagen defenders and the forwards against the Kazakhstan team, while Pafos is against Monaco. So I think Monaco is a little bit favorites, and I was preferring to have Teze in my team. Maybe I would be right if I picked Teze instead of Emre Can, but you know that what is bad for me. I was talking about Serhou Guirassy in the entire episodes of the Limitless and Wildcard. He got 31 points in the pool, which I made yesterday, just like Robert Lewandowski, equal. But I picked Lewandowski because of the recent form. And I picked Emre Can not because Borussia Dortmund was able not to concede a goal. I was expecting, to be honest, I had a feeling Borussia Dortmund could win a penalty against Villarreal, and Emre Can, in absence of Ben Sebaini, could be the main penalty taker. So Borussia Dortmund avoided with the 2 penalties yesterday, and if Emre Can was on the starting lineup, I think both of them would be realized by him, so it would be huge array of points for our team. Okay, sometimes happens that right now we have Wednesday matches to fix that mistake. So guys, let's talk about what do you think about tonight's games? Who are going to be favorites? Now we have got some better fixtures, to be honest, than we had yesterday, because just like there is a match Liverpool against PSV, it's so interesting. PSG against Spurs, the current champions, the reply of the Super Cup. Arsenal against Bayern, the team who does not concede many goals, and they had not conceded yet, against the team who just scores against every team at least double. Atletico de Madrid against Inter is also a very good match, and Olympiacos against Real Madrid, and Real Madrid has the huge array of very vast injury list, just like Hausen is out, Thibaut Courtois is out, Arnold is not in the best shape, Rudiger is out, Alaba is out, only healthy defender, Militao is also out, only healthy defender is Raul Asensio tonight. And I think he's going to play alongside with Tchouaméni in defensive line. And in the midfield, I think Real Madrid will have Valverde, Jude Bellingham, and Arda Güler. Arnold will be in the starting lineup, just like Carreras. But there is another feeling that Real Madrid could play with the 3-5-2 formation, just like they did against Elche. Raul Asensio, Carreras, and Tchouaméni will be in defensive line in that case. Arnold plays as a wingback, just like Fran Garcia, and we will have Bellingham, Valverde, Güler, Vini, and Mbappe. That's my feeling. Or instead of Vini Jr., maybe we get Rodrigo or Brahim Diaz. But we also can, guys, to get the predicted starting lineups, possible lineups for tonight's games. So starting with the Copenhagen against Kairat, which is not interesting to be honest. I know that. Okay, skip that. I will say Monaco possible starting lineup, which is about Hradecky, Kehrer, Salisu, Kao, Enrique, Minamino, Tese, Koulibaly, Otara, Akliushe, Golovin, and Balogun. Arsenal against Bayern, the possible starting lineup is looking like this for the Gunners. David Raya in goalie, Timber, Saliba, Incapie, and Calafiori. UEFA.com just tells us that Calafiori is back and is ready, especially ready to play tonight. And him against Olise is going to be great to watch. Subimendi, Rice, and Eze, of course, easy one to get. Saka, Merino, and Trossard. Merino, if you have Merino, he will play as a forward just like he did in the last fixture, and I told you to buy Mikel Merino in the last fixture and he got double. It was a good one from me. Out Gabriel, Gyökeres, and Kai Havertz, and doubtful Odegaard. Misses next match if he booked Declan Rice. What about Bayern? Manu Neuer, Leimer, Upamecano, Stanisic, Kimmich, Pavlovic, Karl, Olise, Gnabry, and Kane. So UEFA.com count as that Gnabry is ready to play and Calafiori is ready to play. So this match is going to be very good, I think. And I will not be surprised if they make a draw and divide the points, because both of them have 12 points out of 12 possible. And if they get draw and the next fixtures for both teams are going to be good, I think it is going to be fair enough. And they will qualify directly in the knockout stage. So Atletico de Madrid against Inter, we got such kind of predicted starting lineup. Musso, Molina, Jimenez, Ansko, Ruggeri, Simeone, Barrios, Koke, Gonzalez, Nico Gonzalez, Sorlot, and Alvarez. Out Lenormand, Llorente, and Oblak are doubtful and misses the next match if booked. Lenormand can't take the yellow card, and Lenglet is also under the risk. So what about Inter, whose predicted lineup is so hard? Sommer, Akanji, Acerbi, Bastoni, Carlos Augusto, Barrera, Calhanoglu, Zielinski, Di Marco, Lautaro Martinez, and Thuram. Good starting lineup. Dumfries and Darmian are out, just like Mkhitaryan. Dumfries is going to be huge minus for the team. What about Frankfurt against Atalanta? Zetter, Brown, Thiete, Koch, Collins, Knauf, Chaibi, Daoud, Götze, Don, and Barkrat. Some players just told me to pick that player, so we can see tonight if he can score against Atalanta. Karnezeki, Jim City, Hien, Ahanor, Zappacosta, Derun, Pasalic, Ederson, Belanova, Lukman, Deketelare for Atalanta. Liverpool against PSV, Alisson, Soboslai, Konate, Van Dijk, and Kerkesh. Curtis Jones, Gravenberch, McAllister, Salah, Ekitike, and Gakpo. Out Frimpong and Bradley. Wirtz is also doubtful. PSV, Kovar, Des, Schouten, Gaziorovsky, Salah, Edin, Mauro Jr., Verman, Men, Saibari, Perisic, and Thiel. Okay, what about Olympiacos against Real Madrid? I will say Real Madrid starting lineup, which is about Lunin, Alexander-Arnold, Raul Asensio, Tchouaméni, and Carreras. Camavinga, Valverde, Bellingham, Arda Güler, Vini Jr., and Kylian Mbappe. In that case, it will be 4-4-2 of formation. So, Paris Saint-Germain against Spurs, Chevalier, Zaire Emery, Marquinhos, Pacho, Nuno Mendes, Jean Neves, Vitinha, Fabian Ruiz, Kvaratskhelia, Mayulu, and Barcola. I predicted that kind of starting lineup. Vicario, Porro, Romero, Van de Ven, Spence, Sarge, Palinha, Bentancur, Kudus, Richarlison, and Xavi Simons. And the last match, Sporting against Brugge. You can see the starting lineups. I have 0 players from that team. So guys, do you have any questions before we get the starting lineups of the first 2 fixture, which is of course necessary to know, because maybe many of you have the Copenhagen players or Monaco players in your team. So if we see the pool right now, Kylian Mbappe just leading to be the captaincy option, but I think everyone had Erling Haaland. Right now everyone will have Kylian Mbappe, so Nuno Mendes, Kvaratskhelia, or Mohamed Salah could be the differential captain. So, but meanwhile, I just think that there is possibly no way that Kylian Mbappe take 4 matches in a row without scoring a goal. So that's why maybe I will choose Mbappe as the captain. So guys, what do you think tonight in tonight's fixtures? Tell me about it. Tell me how your team have performed yesterday. I'm waiting for your questions, and please don't forget to smash the subscribe button, like this episode, and make your comment tonight. And of course, join in my Champions League private, and we can make a little competition between us. The code is on the screen, also will be in the description. So right now, I'm talking too much, I count as, and I'll be very glad if you give me your questions. I'm waiting for it. So guys, do you have any questions right now? I can answer them because I'm talking too much. Possibly 1 hour I did not stop my mouth. I'm talking too much. So I'm waiting for your questions. It's a live and Q&A, live Q&A. So guys, what do you think about captaincy? You can make your selection in the pool. And what do you think about this team? I played Limitless card yesterday, That's why I have that kind of team. I had Milinkovic-Savic, Di Lorenzo, Otamendi, Scott McTominay, and Robert Lewandowski, Holland, Foden, and Emre Can as the starters. But unfortunately, Guardiola did like this, and he told me he lost the match. Well deserved for Leverkusen, to be honest. Do I have the questions, guys? You can tell me. Otherwise, I'm a little bit tired today. Let's see how many points did I get day by day. On the first day, I took 72, then 115. This was the wild card match day. Who's the best captain today? I have Nuno Mendes and Vinicius and Van Dijk. I think Mendes between those three are going to be the better option of the captaincy. I subbed Fermin only 2 points for Güler, but I'm afraid that Güler will not play 60 minutes. What do you think? I think if Güler starts tonight, he's going to play for the 60 minutes because he's the one of the player who plays very well under Xabi Alonso, and his chemistry with Kylian Mbappe is good. So I have a hope that Güler makes an assist for you tonight, and Mbappe scores for me tonight. So I think it is fair enough to sub out with two points player for Arda Güler tonight. I took a punt and captain Pavlidis, so I got Kane and Kvaratskhelia to come off bench Who to captain out of those two, please? Um, uh, Kvaratskhelia and Hurricane. I think Kvaratskhelia. Despite the fact Hurricane really likes to score against Gunners, and he did so many times when he was playing for Spurs. I think Arsenal defensive line is so different these days. Maybe Bayern wins tonight, and I have that feeling, to be honest. But I think there is not the high probability that Kane scores. Maybe Olise scores. Maybe youngster Carl scores. Nico Jackson, Serge Gnabry. You know that Gnabry is also a former player of Arsenal, and also Arsenal scouts just told him he is the trash player, and there is a two personal revenge tonight about Kane and about Gnabry. So I think Kvaratskhelia can be the better option because in the Champions League this year, Kvaratskhelia plays very well. For example, against Leverkusen with the 10 points. Against Bayern, it was not the best match, I know, but on the paper, because actually he played very well. But he did not score. That's why he has 2 points. And against Atalanta, it was about 12 points for him. So I think Vicha Kvaratskhelia do better against Spurs. So I have in my team Holland, Guardiola, and Donnarumma. I feel bad for you. I feel bad for you because Guardiola somehow decided not to play the best players and performed with the second team. That's why he got punished. And the next fixture is against Real Madrid, so let's see what is going to happen. Sorry, I got Mbappe and Nuno Mendes too. You have the likewise team I have, and maybe you just monitoring the captaincy. Sorry, the pool of the captaincy. Mbappe, Salah, Kvaratskhelia, and Nuno Mendes are in my pool. Mbappe is winning that pool. I think he can be the better option tonight. Also, the most popular option of the captaincy. So if you want to have the differential at this moment, you can go on Nuno Mendes or Mohamed Salah. But I think Mbappe could be better because he did not score during the last 3 fixtures, and I think he can. It is practically impossible to continue with the 4 straight fixtures without scoring a goal. Do you have any questions? Any more questions? Guys, if you have not subscribed yet, please subscribe the channel, like this episode, help me to reach the subscribers milestone, which is on the screen right now. Maybe it is impossible on match day 2 to get the subscriber milestone to reach it, but maybe plus 10, 12 subscribers or 15 subscribers will be very good because day 2 is not favorite, be honest. Okay, thanks, buddy. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your support, bro, and your interact. I wish you best tonight. In a half hour, we will have the starting lineups. Good luck, everyone. Thank you, bro. Okay, we will get the starting lineup soon. Not soon, but in 20 minutes maybe. We will realize what kind of players we have. But to be honest, from those early matches, I have no player in my team. If you have, of course, I will show you the starting lineup, then decide which kind of players can be the captaincy, uh, can make the captain for sure. And I was expecting Tese to be a good option for Monaco. We can see that tonight. Unfortunately, I did not buy him, but let's see. Let's see. What's your overall rank, guys? You can tell me. I'm top 14k. Who you subbing Lewandowski for? No one, because I already have the players who just have only 1 point. So I keep with Lewandowski, who has double 2 points. And if you watched me yesterday, I was willing to buy Sergio Girassi. I was deciding between Girassi and Lewandowski, but unfortunately, I chose Lewandowski over Sergio Girassi. That somehow happens. That's a part of the game. But many of my supporters took Sergio Girassi in their team, so I'm glad for this kind of advice. Who you subbing Lewandowski for? I just told you that. So guys, do you have any other questions? If you have not joined yet in my private league, please join there and let's make the competition between us. It is going to be good. Enjoy with it. So the code is on the screen, also in the description. And how many points did you get in summary? I start to tell you my match day results. 72 points on match day 1, 150 points on match day 2 with wildcard, 75 points on match day 3, 81 on match day 4. Right now I have 42. I had 46, but because of the substitutions I have 42. But 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 6 players have to play, so maybe I reach another 80 points tonight. No, maybe it will be better than average. So let's see. I would be very happy if PSV and Paris Saint Germain get the not PSV, sorry, Liverpool and Paris Saint Germain get the clean sheet tonight. It will be huge points for me, and my defensive line will carry me, to be honest, because I was expecting the many points from Emre Can. Unfortunately, he did not play. Many of you had Joshua Guardiola in your team, and I can't talk about Foden and Erling Haaland. Come on. Sorry guys, I'll be back soon. For example, in 2 minutes or in 1 minute. So if you have your questions, you can leave me here. Sorry for that. I'm back, guys. Now let's see how pool goes. And I think we can see the possible starting lineup of Inter Milan on Inter Extra. So let's see, not here. Inter Extra, yes. Now, we had the question, not a question, but I was happy for Giras yesterday. He has not been scoring a lot of goals lately. I'll probably put him next match against Bodo Glimt. Yes, if Giras starts to score his good one. Don't forget that Girassi was the maybe main top scorer in the last top tournament. So he had not the best matches, but okay. So maybe we see the possible starting lineups tonight. Inter Extra always gives us the tips for the possible starting lineup. So let's see. Predicted starting lineup to face Atletico de Madrid is like this: Jan Zoma, Akanji, De Vrij, Bastoni, Luis Enrique, Barella, Calhanoglu, Zielinski, Di Marco, Esposito, and Lautaro. So if someone has Thuram, Inter Extra just tells us Esposito is going to play tonight. So okay. Okay, I have no Thuram in my team. If someone has, he is in trouble. I think because there is a probability that Thuram, sorry, Esposito plays. So sorry guys. In 20 minutes we will have the possible starting lineup. So we then now decide which kind of player can we captain tonight and talk about it. So I'm waiting till 9 o'clock. If you have not, 9 o'clock in my time zone. If you have not any questions, guys, I will patiently wait for the starting lineup. Then I decide according to pool which kind of player do I captain tonight, and then I will be out. So tonight I just talked too much. I'm waiting for your responses, for your questions. If you have not many questions tonight, okay, that's it. How did you perform yesterday? How many points did you get? Interesting to see. Very interesting to get that kind of information. In totally, how many points do you get? And okay, what do you think about Guardiola? Soon we'll have the possible starting lineups, guys. Don't forget. I got 51 points yesterday with McTominay as the captain. Oh, congrats, bro. It's a good option, McTominay, to be the captain. It's a huge plus. If I had McTominay with the captaincy, I would have how many points? 56. 57 points with the captaincy. Wow. Now 6 players to play tonight with Nuno Mendes, Van Dijk, João Neves, Kvaratskhelia, Mohamed Salah, and Kylian Mbappe. So my captaincy goes to Mbappe at this moment, but nobody knows what is going to happen on the deadline moment. So when stream will be off, which kind of captain I have, I will leave it. Like this. What do you think tonight, guys? Who can win, Arsenal or Bayern? What's your prediction? Today is better day. More interesting than it was yesterday. Because there are better matches tonight. It's so interesting, guys. If we see the pool, Mbappe is winning the votes. I know that Kylian must be the favorite captaincy option tonight for the UCL Fantasy players. I know that, but there are the players just like Nuno Mendes, Kvaratskhelia, Mohamed Salah also. But I can't imagine that Kylian Mbappe goes 4 straight without the dry series, without scoring a goal or making an assist for Real Madrid. So maybe he can do it tonight. I don't know. Against Olympiacos. But remember, guys, in Greece, Real Madrid have not won yet. Within 7 matches, Real Madrid lost 5 and drew 2 in the 2 occasions. In Greece, Real Madrid never won. So that's a chance, that's an opportunity for them to break the streak, and of course break the streak without a win and support Xabi Alonso and their team. So let's see what is going to happen. This match will answer the many questions for me against Olympiacos. I have a news right now, guys. Jude Bellingham is going to be on the bench tonight because of the muscle problems. So Jude is out. Jude is going to be on the bench. So that means Arda Güler will perform from the starting lineup. Jude Bellingham is going to be out, according to Marca, because of the muscle overload. So that means we have Güler, Camavinga, and Valverde, and maybe we will have another midfielder. Why not? But Jude is going to be out. So, but not full out because he will be on the bench. If you have Bellingham in your team, you can decide whatever to do. If you captain him, it's a huge risk, guys. Bellingham is out, so he will be on the bench. Maybe he plays little minutes on the second half, but the muscle overload is a huge problem for Real Madrid, and I don't think it's a good to use Jude Bellingham tonight. Do you have Jude Bellingham in your team? He is out, guys. Remember that. If you joined recently, please subscribe to the channel, like this episode, help me to reach the subscribers milestone. And what's the most important, join in my private league in UCL Fantasy. Let's make a little competition between us. So we could be 370 Let's see. I will make that. Two managers will be odd. No, not bad. We could do better. So that's a link. That's a link. Now let's wait. I don't like the kind of situation where I always talking and you are listening, because it's not monologue. It's about the dialogue, discuss about the best opportunities for our team. So let's do that, guys. If you have the questions, just tell me about it. If you have not, that's okay. Okay, guys. Let's see the possible lineup if it is revealed. Okay, we have the starting lineups. I must find the starting lineup tonight. I never find the starting lineup. So guys, yes, we have the starting lineup. I can read it right now. It's not confirmed on wepa.com, but it is revealed. And it's not updated. So we got Kotarski in goalie, which many managers have in Copenhagen. Suzuki, Gabriel Pereira, Hatzidiakos, Lopez, Klein, Larager, sorry, Larsson, Claesson, Robert, and Dadason. Okay. In a Kairat, Anarbekov, Sorokin, Shirobokov, Marinsky, Tapalov, Glazer, Kasabulat, Grimiko, Jorginho, Satpaev, Edmilson, Santush. That's the starting lineup of Kairat. So what about Pafos against Monaco, which is more important to know? For Monaco, it is going to be Hradetsky, Akhliushe, Balogun, Carlos Enrique, Camara, Golovin, Minamino, Salisu, Teze, who is in the starting lineup, Vanderson, and Zakaria as the captain, of course. So Teze is playing in the starting lineup. So when I told you about Teze, it was good from me. Also, I was very happy. I was very happy when I buy Emery Jump, because I knew he would take penalties, but that's okay. He was not in the starting lineup. What about Pafos, Michel, Anderson Silva, Bruno, David Luiz, Dragomir, Golda, Luke Lacarson, Orsic, Pepe, Cuena, and Sunjic. Okay. That's a team for the Cyprus team. Kyon is in the substitution. Ooh. And Hradetsky is playing. I buy Kyon from my team. I'm really happy. I don't need that kind of player because Hradetsky plays tonight. I'm really lucky. Milinkovic Savic got the clean sheet. So guys, do you have any questions? Maybe we can vote the captaincy in one. We can end the captaincy vote in 1 minute because not many active situation. Maybe I will end the stream and end the pool. So waiting for more five more five not okay 2-3 minutes waiting. So if there will not be many questions and activation from you, the comments, which I want to answer of course because I just told everything about my team, about my plans. Right now I'm looking forward to get the information from you, which is all about your predictions, your questions for tonight's games. And of course, when I end the pool, I will tell you my captaincy option, which is going to be Kylian Mbappe, to be honest, because I think Mbappe tonight is able to score a goal against Olympiacos. And Nuno Mendes, Van Dijk, João Neves, and Kvaratskhelia, Mohamed Salah are going to be without the captaincy airband. But remember, I think Nuno Mendes will play very well tonight, to be honest. Okay, guys, I will end the pool. Thank you for your activation. Mbappe won it fair and square. He had a good. Okay, that's the captaincy options. Is going to be Kylian Mbappe tonight for me. What happens, we will see. I'll have João Neves, who scored many goals, had many goal contributions in the last fixtures. I have Kvaratskhelia, Mohamed Salah, Virgil van Dijk, Nuno Mendes, Mbappe with the captaincy, Milinkovic, Di Lorenzo, Otamendi, and McTominay already played. So that's it, guys. I see you have not many questions tonight. That's it. Thank you for your support, guys. It's always appreciated for me, and I wish everything is okay in your team and you get many points as it possible. Thank you for watching. See you later. Wish you all the best. I think we must end the stream with no many questions from you. So you know my captaincy, you know my tips, you know my ideas and the predictions about the possible matches tonight. Thank you. Wish you all the best, of course, and see you. Looking forward to see you on my next deadline streams and the best captaincy, best wildcard and limitless team selection episodes. So if you are playing FPL fantasy, Premier League fantasy, you can watch the new video of mine which I uploaded today about the best free hit selection. Thank you, guys. Wish you all the best. Goodbye.